Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This week I've been entered into another tournament over in Cryophilic Gaming. This time it's a Call of Duty Zombies tournament. So the rules are just get to the highest round you can in solo zombies and record it from there. So for the rest of the video I'm just going to talk over my path for how I got my new personal best in Cold War Zombies. I hope you enjoy. Alright, so in the beginning you can see I just started off with an AK. It was one that I had recently modded out and I thought it was going to be a good idea to have. Didn't really have anything too specific on it other than the one modification that did give you extra salvage per kill. I'm also running tier 3 Olive Perks, tier 3 Aether Shroud, and I have the Bowie knife available for use. So that's really important for the first 10 rounds, as it's a free melee kill, so it's 115 points versus the 90 that it normally is for killing with an AK. For the first couple rounds, it's just me farming points, trying to get as much salvage, tech parts, etc. as I can. Even picking up a frag grenade early on, which is just useful to have, but not really part of my master plan for the end. Just kind of moving around, trying not to get stuck or pinned or anything. Stuns are very useful at this point. They can just be used to stop a large amount of zombies in their tracks. Really useful for me. The double points I'm glad to get this early on because again it just gives me a nice influx of points that I can use to buy some of the doors early on. The main issue with just progressing in a run is making sure you get enough points to buy all the doors that you need. I eventually do swap out the frags for Semtex because they're just a more reliable source of killing. Okay, round 6 is when I actually make it out, and this is where I buy myself into the facility, turn on the power, get the anomaly going, and it's pretty straightforward. We get the part for the pack-a-punch, and we just kind of plug that sucker in. I do opt for the Easter egg here because it's a free jug. I actually ruined a run earlier because I did everything up until going to open up the facility, and I bought jug, which was just a complete waste. So I reset there. But here you see I go for the Easter egg. You know, I get a free good gun, I get jug, I get a lot of scrap and tech parts. It's just a really easy way to get free stuff. Also, it doesn't reset it ends the round. So, like I said, it's just, you know, an easy round end. Might as well do it. One of those things, you know, instead of the possibility that I could go down, I would just be able to get a free nice gun and jug. So, you know, why not? Alright, luckily enough, from the box we actually do get a really kick-ass Gallo, and I'll be bringing that for a while. It's just one of those things, free legendary, might as well take it. Here I'm going for the die machine because that's going to be part of my end game loadout. Die machine's just a really solid pick, especially with the lightning upgrade, which I end up getting later. It just allows me to basically melt Megaton up to like round 30 or 40. And infinite ammo, don't have to worry too much about it. So I trade out the AK, didn't really use it too much, but now that I just have it, I'm going for the lightning upgrade. I eventually get it round 13, which was really nice. It was pretty early on, so, you know, I have a really kind of overpowered gun early on in the game. It's just really good to have because at this point I don't have like a high pack-a-punch level weapon or any ammo mods, and I didn't even have full perks, but now you see me at round 25. This is a breeze. You know, I'm mowing these guys down, C4, and just sucking them up. Really great combo. There's nothing too difficult. I don't think I went down at all for like the longest while. At this point it was just super easy to just use the die machine and just clear house basically. It was really simple at this point. But also using the C4 and die machine, just I don't know if it's true, but it feels like you get a lot more tech parts and scrap. At 25 I also did have a fully packed Gallo, which was really nice. That thing is a beast. Also just getting Carpenter here, really useful. I didn't realize that Carpenter actually gave you full armor. I thought it was just kind of like a halfway useless thing, but it's really cool to see. Once you get towards like the later rounds, it takes like 20 minutes or something for a round, and it's just not worth showing all that. So I'm just going to be doing a series of cuts between every 5 to 10 rounds, just to show like how my progress is going, Sometimes I'll hit the tab so you can see scoreboard and whatnot, but more often than not, I'll just be kind of running around, killing zombies. I just spent the better half of the day really just kind of going around doing this. I didn't want to spend too much time for this tournament because it's a bit of a time sink, and the last thing I want to do is really worry too much about, oh no, you know, somebody beat my high score, time to go try again. I figured I'll give it a really good shot the first try and just go from there, see what happens. So round 35, dog round, really easy stuff, no worries whatsoever. Again, nothing changed. I did buy a self-revive and a chopper gunner, but that's about it. Round 42 is where I was trying to get the mystery box out of the way because I was just hitting it for fun at that point, but I ended up picking up the ray gun. Ray gun is definitely necessary, like post round like 45 or like after round 50, it really just becomes a necessity. It has an insane damage. It was two-shotting things at like round 60. It's just really worth having. More so than the Gallo, because the Gallo did admittedly drop off around round 40 or so. Also, I swapped out the Electro Shock, or with the Lightning Die machine for the base one. I had seen that it was doing some pretty good damage in one of the other contestants' stream, and I thought it was going to work well. It didn't perform to my expectations, but the Lightning Gun had also dropped off, so it was just kind of one of those things. I more so just kept to myself and used the ray gun. Here at round 69, just a dog round. I had really decided, like, I was getting super bored by this point. Each round was taking like 10 minutes, and it was just a lot of like, at this point it wasn't becoming fun. I was just running around doing this for the tournament, and it wasn't really anything I wanted to continue on. So I decided I was going to end at around 69, just for the meme of it. The previous best at this point was 58, set by Zeusify, and here we see hits round 70, and I was like, okay, this is it, I'm done. At first I was gonna think, okay, I'll let a zombie get me, but then I realized, like, this is my run. I went down maybe 3 times in 70 rounds. I went down twice in 70 rounds, and I decided that was enough. Like, I was gonna take my way out, and that was it. I wanted to go down at 69. That is my current record with the tournament, and that's what I wanted to keep it at. You know, 58 was a good first, and then 69, I just got bored. I easily probably could have gone over 100, but at this point it was just kind of like a trade-off whether or not I wanted to invest the time. I really enjoyed playing. I really enjoyed competing in the tournament, but it was just not worth it to keep going in my mind. So here you see I do let myself die. 69 rounds is that's actually my personal best among all high round zombies, because this is the first attempt I've really made at a high rounds, but it's still very good. So while I did have first place with 69 rounds, I was eventually beaten by Zeusify. Zeusify is a really good friend of mine, and he did end up getting 71 rounds just to beat me. He eventually actually topped that with 76. But even both of us were eclipsed by Azarino TTV. He's new to the Cryophilic community, but he's a really cool guy. He ended up getting 117 rounds before he went down, and that was insane. He completely blew us out of the water. Really great stuff. So he did secure first place and the first place prize, but it was an extremely fun time. I really enjoyed being able to compete in this high round tournament. I'm glad to have been able to at least get in the top 3, but yeah, that was it. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.